Hi guys, this is Rohit, right? So आज का हम एक टॉपिक डिस्कस करने वाले हैं. What is it, right? It is about education currently, which is being given in the schools, is not of the right order. I'm not saying that the information is not correct or whatever, but what is being given in an incomplete way, which means कि जो हमारे ब्रेन का डेवलपमेंट है वो एक ही डायमेंशन का हो जाता है. So it's not giving people a whole development of the brain. And why is it important? Because every human being is same, right? And every human being has the same mind. Maybe you have a different type of desires or wants, likes, dislikes, but essentially the technicality of the mind is same. How the brain functions is same. So if only one aspect of your brain is functioning, you will always be stuck somewhere in your life. You have to understand it, how and why. uh, like there are people who are artists, there are people who are intellectuals, and there are people who are doing like their day-to-day jobs, and also there are people who are like leaders. Okay, so these are different types of people, and they're using the different types of aspects of their brain. Maybe someone is using more than one, someone more than two, maybe someone all of them, someone only one of them. But it is it shows, like it shows your status, not as in the society status, but the status of how you are functioning on the level of your brain. Essentially, we say in our yogic or Vedic culture, in yoga, essentially what we say is that we have four parts. Our mind is divided into four parts, which is buddhi. Buddhi is the intellect. Okay, it is like a sharp knife. It cuts, it differentiates between this is this and this is that. We say it differentiates between good and bad, but it essentially differentiates that this is this and this is that. So that is buddhi. And the second part of our brain is ahankar. We can say it as we call it as identity. What is our identity? Like a normal human being, a normal human being, what are your daily thoughts, or what is your identity as a basic? In a nutshell, we will say like if I ask you, or whenever you go in an interview, you are asked, tell me about yourself, what do you say? You say that this is my name, I live here. This is all the part of your identity. Whatever you identify yourself with, that is your identity. It is like the basic programs which are always running in your mind, that I am Rohit, like this, and I live in here, and basic anything. Whatever you identify yourself with, you think that you're a student of such so and so college, that becomes your identity. Okay, so that is the identity part, which we say as ahankara. It is not generally, ego is a very different thing. It is identity, don't confuse it. Okay, the third part of the brain is, we say, uh, it is manas, or a huge memory volume, which is stored not only in your brain, but whole of your body. Whatever you go through in your life, no matter how, where, when, even if you're sleeping, there is a certain memory which is seeping into your body. Like if you're sleeping, if even then, if something is happening around you, that will seep into the memory of your body. Maybe not which is not accessible to you consciously, but it will be there, and somehow it will be functioning in your subconscious without you knowing. So that is मन. जो हमें लगता है कि कि हमारे मन में ये चल रहा है, हमारे मन में वो चल रहा है, पर हमें पता ही नहीं कि हमारे मन में क्या चल रहा है. So that these things come from subconscious, and it is not really necessary for you to go into each and every part, because it's like a huge warehouse. Okay, whole kinds of data is stored in this warehouse. It is also like I will not like to go into much detail into it, but as an overview, it is a huge sack of or volume of memory, also in your brain as well, and also in your body as well. So it is, we say it's generally the whole body which is storing which is acting as the hard disk. Even in our DNA we have volume of, like it's a pen drive. We can just take the data anywhere and check it in our labs, right? So and the fourth part, which is the most important part of our brain, which is, I'll give you an example. When you're living, you're breathing, and your heart is beating, your liver is functioning, and the glands, the behind the tongue, there are certain glands which excrete saliva whenever you eat food, whenever you don't eat food, whenever it thinks it is necessary. So all of these parts of your body are functioning, but you are not guiding anything, right? So how is it functioning? It is all inbuilt software, or you can say this is, for now, it is inaccessible to you. This aspect of the mind is not accessible to you for now. That is chitta. Okay, and generally we say that if you access your chitta, many things can happen. Whatever you wish will happen. Whatever. I should delete this. But you should understand, these are all the four aspects of your brain, and chitta is very powerful as a person also, because you cannot even go to chitta if you're not a certain level of clarity in your mind, if you do not have a certain level of clarity, peace, and that you can ensure your awareness about yourself. So only when you have that level of awareness in yourself, only then you can only touch a drop of chitta. A whole kind of like practice and certain level of humongous clarity in yourself is needed to master, or even to enter into that dimension. I have just touched it a little. I won't say further. I can, but I don't have anything to say. Right? So these are the four aspects of the brain. So nowadays we are only working on our intellectual part, like we study science, and somehow we are also seeping in things into our memory, whatever the science has learned, whatever the history has learned, and to some extent, like there are people who go into sciences, there are people who go into arts. So the people who are, or the students who are going into sciences, are actually basically intellectuals. Kind of. And people who are going into arts, they're kind of in creative work. So why is that difference? There is a huge difference in between the functioning of these two people. Yes, there is. And how, I will tell you. The same thing, the same mind is working in both of them, just that they have chosen a different process. That's why he is working here, that's why they are working there. Okay, so why a whole kind of development should be there for every student? Why is there such requirement? You will ask this question, huh? Because uh, I have two hands and I become a lefty or I become a righty. But if I can use my both hands, that is what I want. Don't you want? If I have two things and I'm only using one, other going waste. Okay, we can also see a different perspective here. The thing is, also we can say, I will not say it, but I will ask you it. Have you noticed any difference in the volume or the amount, the number of people who are depressed nowadays in respect to our previous generations? Because whatever I have listened to, the people I have listened to of our older age, there was no such problem in their generations that many people are facing depressions, these kind of things. Why is it that? Because when you have so much knowledge pouring in, and when you have such an open society that you think everything you know, and there are distractions everywhere. Why is the distractions are there? There are so many things which have been given to you, but you don't have the conscious awareness what to use, how much to use, when to use, why to use. It is an impulsive use that we are doing quite a many things, about quite a many things. I'm not saying all of them, but it is a problem. And I think it should be tackled if it is there. If it's not there, we will not, but if it's there, it should be tackled. What is the way for tackling it? It is the whole-hearted development of your mind. The mind is, I don't know where it is. We refer to here, the thing which is here is brain, not the mind. In it is called the mental body of a person. If you listen to yoga, it is not mind, mental body, which is basically, it is divided into the four parts: chitta, manas, identity, ahankar, and buddhi. I'm not saying buddhi is lowest. Buddhi is the thing which separates humans from other creatures on this planet. Because only because of buddhi we have developed this much, and we can further develop on so many aspects. So this is the need of the hour, so that if we can control our intellect and we can control our manas, if we can control our identity, if we can control our chitta, we know who we are. It will become so easy for you to be happy, to be joyful, to be whatever you want, to do whatever you want in the best possible way, right? So this is the way for the humanity to understand the whole of themselves and not just a part of themselves. So I need your opinions, and I also need your guidance in it, because I don't know how to go about in it. And how will you like to, know about it, so that you can use it in your life? So please, drop some comments. Did you like it? Please comment, share, and give me your reviews about this thing. So we will say it as holistic approach of learning. Yes, okay. That's it for today. See you again. Bye.